All right, it's been a little while since I've done an update, but I was working on the track bars, and then I had a bunch of other issues that I ran into, so I just wanted to finish those out before I shot another video. But here we go. Let's hop into it. So as you can see, I got some track bars on here. Off the top of my head, I should have just known off the top of my head, these are about 42 inches long. I did have these custom made. I will leave in the description below who I got these from. They did an excellent job. And then I had a local friend actually weld these in. These do come with bolts, so you can drill and bolt these in. And actually, I think these are supposed to be flipped around, but since they welded them, it didn't make a difference. And then on the back, it's just two brackets that they had to weld onto my axle as well. So I did have to get that custom done. And so that gives me, eliminates the axle wrap, which is fantastic. But then when it comes down to driveline, so I've had driveline vibration ever since we've lifted this thing. And I've always wondered why most lifts on these are always squatted in the back, and now I'm starting to understand. This has been a pain in the ass to try and get rid of the vibrations. So on the stock driveline, without any modifications, when you let off the gas about 40, 45 to 55, it makes a grinding sound, and typically that just means the angle, it's off balance, the angles are too steep, and it's just grinding. So I got an extended driveline, which I have at home, which was about 1.5 inches longer since it's been pulled out. I wonder if I can get up in there. Oh, I'm gonna show you, since it pulls out of, let's see if I can get in there, of there. It's actually at the right distance out right now with this one. This is my third driveline, because the second driveline, I extended it, put it in. It was a little bit better, but still did the same vibration, still did the same grinding. My angles were correct originally. I had 7 degrees here at the bottom, 7 degrees at the top, both matching. And it just wasn't working. So I had a custom made double cardan, or cardan, however you want to call it, driveline made. This got rid of the heavy grinding, so I don't get that anymore. And what I need to do to make this work properly is I need to tip this pumpkin up even more than it is. I started with a couple extra degrees because I swapped out the stock blocks, the lift blocks here that have about 2 degrees on them, and these have about 4 degrees. So I eliminated some of the degree here, but it needs to go up even more to eliminate the current vibration. I have vibration at 25 miles an hour and 45 miles an hour currently, and it's annoying. It's not terrible, but it's just annoying that you could spend so much money on lift, installation, track bars. I have about $1,500 in the drive lines right now, each one costing about $700. The guys who are making my drive lines are fantastic. It is Fort Wayne, Indiana clutch and drive line. They're fantastic. They've done an amazing job. Anything that's wrong with this currently is just simply how it's set up. It's not their problem. They've made some amazing drive lines. I know I can get this drive line to work. I just have to keep messing with the angles here. And probably realistically, I'm gonna need to grind the block mounts and spin the whole axle up is most likely what I'm gonna need to do. And then I'll just have to adjust my track bars to suck it up and go from there. So it's been a real pain in the ass. I kind of regret, honestly, in the end, it wasn't really worth lifting this thing. I have to say, the money I have into it, between the track bars, the drive lines, the lift, the rims, the tires, just everything. Yeah, you get the cool look. It's pretty awesome. But is it worth the money? I mean, it's realistically, no. unless you really want this look and you want it that bad. If you want it that bad, then go right ahead, you know. But part of me just kind of almost wishes I left it stock. Now when I'm driving it, now that it's been lifted for a while, I mean, this thing creaks like a mother. So any bump you hit or rolling down the road or turning sharp one way or the other, it's creaking all the time. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to get rid of the creaks in the suspension. It's not like my Denali. That one doesn't creak at all. This one creaks a lot, and it's really, really annoying. And I don't mean this video to be negative at all, but I want to be completely honest with anybody who's watching this and thinking about maybe doing what I've done to this truck and considering, you know, what they should do. I'm definitely not going to get my money back out of this if I were to sell it with the lift and the tires and everything. I mean, I'm a good 6,000 into the lift. I got about 600 into the track bars. I've got 1,500 in the drive lines. That's kind of my own fault. So, you know, I'm easy 8 grand just getting it up in the air. And is that worth it? You know, part of me is tempted, honestly. The ride also got a lot stiffer because they have, well, you can't even see it now, but it has an add a leaf in the spring. So it stiffened it up. Realistically, what I'm considering possibly doing right now is maybe keeping these rims, going to 33s, taking the add a leaf out. So I'm going to lose about 1 inch in the back, which is going to help my angle, and then lower the front since it's torqued up pretty good, which is going to give me a better ride anyway. And like I said, run 33s, so it'll have about 5 inches of lift and 33s, which is still going to look great. It's not going to be quite as big or whatever, but it's, you know, maybe the mileage is probably going to be a little bit better. That's what I'm considering right now. I know that sounds crazy to a lot of people, but I'm really just kind of having fun with this and messing around and just tweaking things and figuring it out. Nothing is more annoying though than the vibration in the rear. So just a heads up, if you're going to lift, since it's such a short wheelbase, if you're going to lift this thing as far as I did, which is, you know, it's the full 6 inch, keep in mind, you may have vibration issues in the back. Maybe you don't, maybe you get lucky, but I have had them since the get-go and still working on getting rid of them. If some of you have figured out a way to remedy that, you know, shoot me a message, let me know, leave your thoughts in the comments. But that's what I've been dealing with. Now, all that aside, it's about where I've wanted it this whole time. If we can get rid of the vibrations in the driveline, that's really going to help. If we can get rid of the creaks, which are annoying as hell, that's really going to help a lot. And I'll keep you updated, but that's just kind of my brief update now. The power is good. I do really like the Black Bear Performance module we put in. The mileage is worse. I'm getting 10 to 12 miles per gallon. I haven't really tried it on the highway, so I can't speak there. I'm just going to guess 14 to 15. But I can't say 100%. I've been waiting to get all this other stuff done before I even attempt a long trip anywhere. And I'm leaking oil in the front. So one of my front covers is leaking, so I'm going to have to deal with that. That's about it. Not much has changed. Just gave it a bath, and I guess that's it for an update. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk to you guys again soon.